Welcome family, this is your girl Khensy and welcome to my channel. If I'm new to you, hey, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button and let's
Here
get
we
right
go
into
again.
it.
Not social media exposing people and forcing law enforcement to step in. A lady went viral after exposing Babel in Menlyn Pretoria for not treating their staff well.
That I'm about to expose, I'm sure they've broken every right. The Labor Relations Act just opened, it's in Menlyn. I've been working there for a few days now. So what happened is I went for a job interview, I showed them my CV and my socials, and I was hired on the spot. And then they told me that I should buy a uniform for this job, right? So you cross belty, a white shirt, black shorts, black apron, black shoes. I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to buy those things because I'm just grateful that I got the job. It was a bit for me at first because I was like, I've worked at other places previously and I've never had to buy my own uniform. But I was like, hey, it's whatever. I went to work the next day and then there was just like, oh guys, there were more things piling up. As waitresses, Zitibana, we have to buy our own equipment, right? I didn't know about that. So basically equipment is a bottle opener, a cigar cutter, cigarette lighter, cigar lighter. You buy all of these things yourself out of your own pocket. Mind you, I just spent 1,000 rand on just the uniform, excluding the alterations, excluding the transport fees, and now I have to buy the equipment myself. But I was like, you know what, it's fine. This was 10 years because I had all of these things within the second day that I was working there, only to find out that there is no contract, there's nothing that is legally binding between you and the restaurant. You just go there, you work. If you get fired, you get fired because there's no contract, no soul routine. How are you going to defend yourself? That was the second red flag for me actually. And then they were like, we don't have a basic salary. As not basic salary, you make imali tips. This wasn't discussed with me prior. You make imali tips. There's like a mandatory tip of 10% that they bill to the customer. But even that 10% tip, the restaurant takes about, I think it's 20%, 30%. I stand to be corrected. Something about breakage and leverage, I don't know. So 10%, they still take imali etil. And when you come into work, you have to pay what they call a runner fee, which is 200 rand. So basically a runner is someone that assists the waitress, and then you also have to pay your runner at the end of the night. Wrong, or maybe I don't know how things work, but all of this seemed extreme to me, especially considering the fact that we don't have a basic salary. So fine, I worked there. My first day, it was not smooth sailing because it is my first day. Yes, I've worked at other places, but it's my first time working here. I'm still trying to learn how things work out. Guys, when I tell you what I went through at that restaurant, I have never gone through that in my entire life, even in my personal life. The way that they treat us, even the way that they talk to us, they make us feel less than, they belittle us. Asina break. You work from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. the next day. There's no break. You have to sneak maybe a Red Bull in the bathroom or outside in the corner. Even if you're eating pie yako, like a manager is gonna walk in and scold you for that. It's so, guys, and I just felt like I had to speak up because there is no ways. I don't even know if the customers know that the employees are being treated this way. You know? But I was like, let me suck this up, let me just try my best to make imali. But it's even hard to make balamali tips because you find that most of the managers, they're friendly with some of the waitresses. So you could be standing there whole day and not even get tables because they're giving it a feel like when I also sebenza. For example, last week Sunday, I went home with a debt to the restaurant. I ended up having to owe the restaurant 20 rand because of leverage and breakage and whatnot. After working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m., I ended up owing them. Excuse me. For example, today, I worked so hard so hard, but just because andinikwa itafile mna mhlambi customers will come, they'll say no itafile kabanibani leyana, no customer kabanibani. You're like, okay, sharp, sure, I see how this is. Today I went home with 100 rand tips. I went home with 100 rand tips today after working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. And I was like, you know what, but it's okay, it's okay. So before work started, we complained that the cutlery are short, things are slow in the kitchen. Then they were like, we are losing the cutlery, therefore everybody is getting fined 200 rand. How are we losing the cutlery? Who is taking it home? Who is losing it where? Like Sipele restaurant, they search our bags when we go home. So where is it being lost? So basically we are buying a cutlery here restaurant because they find all of us 200 rand. That accountant or whatever she is, she gave me this 100 rand when I did the alcohol, we find the tata. Then the manager came to me, she's like, Mihlali, we know you're not on the WhatsApp group, but we're finding everyone 200 rand. Does I up?
Just what's taking place here. So you'll remember that he spoke about the documentation, and that documentation is currently taking place here. This is where they are ensuring, sorry ma'am, this is where they're showing, these are some of the workers within this restaurant, and they're currently being booked. You can see there, that's an immigration officer that's currently looking at them and getting their details. This is to ensure, again, that they are properly documented. What you see there in front of you are some of the documents that they've asked the restaurant to also provide. As we were coming in, they were saying that, do they have licenses? Do they have documentation for their workers? And this is some of those documents that are being brought in. Main issue, they have in a way ill-treated some of their worker, going on Twitter and basically blowing the whistle in what is taking place here. And these are some of the things that they've asked if it is indeed taking place, and they're looking at that. We are told that the young lady that was on social media in the video that they have to buy their own uniform, that they're asked to, they're not remunerated properly, and so that documentation should be able to reveal all those details that are needed by the various departments that are currently here. 4 departments, labor and employment, the Hawks are here, immigration is here. So there's a lot that is taking place here, but of course we'll keep you on the loop as it unfolds.
It's sad that because of the lack of employment opportunities we are forced to tolerate being mistreated. I personally don't think much will change after this because the corruption in our country is too much.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click on the like and subscribe button below. Thank you.